Good evening, folks. Your town council would like to welcome you to the regular town council meeting, Tuesday, November 17th, 2020. Call the meeting to order at 6:30 p.m. And we would ask that you would rise and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America. Thank you. Ms. Hayes, would you call the roll, please?
Counselor Blow?
Here.
Counselor Kelly?
Here.
Counselor Reed?
Here.
Counselor Chusignet?
Here.
Counselor O'Neill?
Here, virtually, thank you. To acknowledgements this evening, council. You see we have one item on our agenda, and that's to swear in Patrolman Zachary Novick. We would ask those to come forward to proceed with that.
Good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Novick, if you please raise your right hand. We're trying to put this microphone in between us.
Okay, that works.
Do you, Zachary Novick, solemnly swear that you will in all respects observe the provisions of the town charter and ordinances of the town of Orchard Beach, and that you will support the Constitution and obey all the laws of the United States of America and of this state, so long as you shall continue a citizen thereof, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Do you, Zachary Novick, solemnly swear that you will faithfully discharge all the duties incumbent upon you as a police officer, according to the Constitution and laws of the state, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Can you sign right here, please? Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
On behalf of Council Zachary, the council would like to welcome you aboard as well. We wish you well. We're sure you'll find that there'll be too many dull moments here in Old Orchard Beach, so we're looking forward to your services. We welcome you aboard. Thank you for being willing to serve.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Other acknowledgements, council. Having no further acknowledgements, to good and welfare. Are there members of the public who wish to speak under good and welfare?
Hello, my name is Santino Perone. I live at 114 Ross Road in Old Orchard Beach, Maine. First, I'd like to congratulate all the winners on the council for running a successful campaign. I've been into politics ever since I put my Hillary 2016 t-shirt on 4 years ago. I love politics, and I love being able to talk with people about certain aspects and certain views because I find that it helps, and it's good to hear everybody. This year, I got a bit into the town politics and learned things I hadn't learned before. I was inspired and intrigued after Guy Fontaine asked me to help with his campaign for town council this year. We talked about issues and other stuff going on with the town. Guy didn't just inspire me or intrigue me though, he motivated me. I've lived in Old Orchard Beach my entire life, and being in a small town, I'm very interested in helping out my community. So as of today, I have decided that I will attempt at running for town council in the near future. I have not yet laid out what I plan to do, but I promise you all that you will all know my plans sooner rather than later. I will bring enthusiasm, fairness, and youthful leadership to the town council if I have the honor of ever being elected. Here's a little about me so far. I'm currently a junior and a 3-time class president for my grade at the high school. I've been an active member of student council for 3 years also. I've worked with the civil rights team by bringing the message to our school that everyone of any color, nationality, religion, and sexual orientation is welcome here. I've personally and had the honor of helping local politicians like Donna Bailey, Guy Fontaine, Lori Gramlich, and the Old Orchard Beach Democrats by making a short video telling viewers why they should vote blue, and in that video, I asked Donna Bailey and Guy Fontaine some questions. I've also put candidate signs all around town. I'd personally now like to thank Greg Dumas, Guy Fontaine, Donna Bailey, Lori Gramlich, Pat Brown, Louise Reed, and my grampy, Jerome Plant, and everyone else who somehow helped bring this idea to life. If elected as a town councilor in Old Orchard Beach, I will promise to do the following. Always put the interests of the town and the Old Orchard Beach residents above my own, listen to the concerns of all our residents, work hard to make this town the best it can be for its residents, schools, businesses, and visitors. Be honest and clear in my approach to each issue and my thought process. I will bring good spirits, transparency, and honesty to our community by making sure you, the people of Old Orchard Beach, are all seen and heard in the town hall. I'll also be watching and learning from our current town council along the way. I would very much love to have your support. Thank you all very much. Go Seagulls.
And we thank you, sir, for your interest. Second forward, I'm sure if you reach out to any one of the members of the sitting council, we'd be glad to assist you in any way that we could. So thank you for being here tonight, and thank you for coming forward and your interest in town politics. Additional items under good and welfare, folks. The council will so indulge me for just a moment. Folks, I truly apologize for me not being physically present this evening. And I want to share a quick story, and it's not about me, it's about you and how real the COVID is. And it happened as simply as me just going to a local establishment Friday evening for a bite to eat. The bartender had just got off shift, sat down next to me with a couple of our friends, mutual friends on the other side of him. I spent about an hour to an hour and a half with this gentleman, unmasked, as we were drinking and eating. Later that evening, we left about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Later that evening, he became very ill. Went to the hospital Saturday, was diagnosed with and tested positive for COVID. So when we ask for your cooperation, we truly appreciate your cooperation with wearing the mask. There's a reason behind it. So as having a direct contact with this gentleman, I am confined to my home. Not by choice. I have had a test because I had a few mild symptoms, what I thought were mild symptoms. So I went to the doctor's Monday, I had a test, and my first test came back negative. So I share this with you to help you protect not only yourselves, but members of your family. He showed no symptoms whatsoever that evening. So this is the silent part of this equation that nobody knows about, and we don't know who it's going to hurt and who it's going to affect. And I'm glad, it affected me, and I can share my story with you to hopefully help you and members of the community realize that COVID's in town, it's real, and it's not fun. Just being stuck at home hurts. So I appreciate your patience with me through the virtuality of this concept and this process. I appreciate everybody who's helped me become part of this process through the virtual methods. And with that being said, I wish you all well. I wish you all a safe and happy Thanksgiving, as that's coming before us very quickly. And I hope you are all well and safe, and your families as well. Thank you for your services, and thank you for your time.
Through the chair.
With that being said,
Through the
public
chair.
hearing, business licenses and approval.
Chair,
Kevin?
Chair,
Yes.
Vice Chair Tusignan
I
wanted to say
just
something.
had one thing
Okay,
that
go
came to
ahead,
my
Bill.
mind. Larry, are you going to address the poll workers again tonight in your thing? Or?
You're welcome
I
to do it
just
now.
felt that we should say something
Yeah,
tonight.
yeah.
Because
Sure.
a lot of people may be watching tonight that didn't
Yeah.
last night.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to make sure that we thanked the poll workers who worked at the polls for their contribution and their long hours. I don't know what time they left, but I understand it was a very long day for the people that work. So I just want to make sure that they get thanked by the council. That's all. Thank you.
Okay, all set?
Yep, I think we're good.
Very good. For Kevin Pollard, 302-785, 170 East Green Avenue, number 5, one seasonal rental. Michael O'Connor, 31654, 10 Seaside Avenue, one seasonal rental. Jody Flynn, 103-1516, 2 Colony Drive, number 16, one year-round rental. Alan Volponi, 318-8666, 146 West Grand Avenue, number 66, 1Cs in Lorento. We'll open the public hearing at 6:40. Members of the public wishing to speak to this? Members of council?
So moved. Second.
Thank you, council. Motion has been made and seconded. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Public hearing for special amusement permits and approval. Patio Pub, Inc., doing business as Hooligans Landing, 30661DD, 2 Old Orchard Street, inside for solo, DJ, duets and comedy from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. TPR, Inc., doing business as Bolton Brew, 30652 6 East Grand Avenue, inside for DJ, bands, solo, duets from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. TPR, Inc., doing business as Tequila Frogs, 30653 8 East Grand Avenue, inside and outside for solo, DJ, duets from 12 p.m. to 1 a.m. Patio Pub, Inc., doing business as Pier Patio Pub, 30661J, 2 Old Orchard Street, for inside and outside for bands, amp, DJ, solo, and comedy from 11 a.m. to 1 a.m. Dominator Golf, LLC, doing business as Dune Grass Golf Club, 105A, 1200, 65 Wild Dunes Way, inside and outside for weddings and golf tournaments from 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. We'll begin the public hearing at 6:42. Comments from members of the public? Comments from council?
So moved.
Second.
Motion has been made and second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, the motion will carry 5-0. Which brings us to our town manager's report. Good evening, Mr. Mead.
Good evening, Chair and members of council. I wanted to just update people in terms of how we're conducting business here at Town Hall for those who come and want to access our offices to conduct business in person. Beginning this week, with the weather turning colder, instead of having people wait in line, queuing up outside to come into Town Hall, we're going to allow them to wait in their vehicles instead. So what we ask is that when people come to Town Hall, you come to the main entrance like you would be coming into the building, and we'll have a customer service monitor there at the door. They will speak with you, and they'll find out what business you want to transact, and they will then give you a handheld alert piece of equipment, and they'll invite you to wait in your car until we're able to serve you. So when the time comes that we're able to allow you in the building, you'll get the alert notifying you that you can come in. Then you come back to the front entrance, and the customer service monitor will direct you to the location that you wanted to get to. So we hope that this new system will keep you both safe and warm while continuing to provide you with these services. And of course, a lot of our services are available online or through the mail, so you do have options. If you don't want to come to Town Hall, you're certainly welcome to look at those options in addition to coming here. I do want to acknowledge all of the poll workers, staff, temporary workers, volunteers, who made such a huge difference during Election Day a couple weeks ago. It was a very big challenge for our staff to plan, and it started many weeks ago, months ago, actually. The leadership of Town Clerk Kim McLaughlin, our Deputy Warden Todd Bassett, all of the full-time staff in the clerk's office, the people who worked here for several weeks during the months of October, allowing people to come in and register in advance or vote in advance, and then of course on Election Day. And it really went much more smoothly than we could have anticipated or expected, and that's due to all of the careful planning that took place. and also the patience of those who were coming to vote. So we appreciate all of that. I also want to thank the thousands of people, residents, who voted in favor of the $23.5 million wastewater bond proposal. This really is going to ensure that we're able to improve the efficiency and the capacity of our wastewater system. We're going to bring it up to current standards, and we're going to safeguard the future of our beach and of the water quality at Goose Fair Brook by this investment. The proposed schedule is to complete design work in 2021 and engineering sometime during the second half of 2021. And then we'll bid the project, we hope, in late next year and carry out construction in 2021 and 2022. I want to invite people to come to the annual tree lighting and the Chambers of Commerce's celebration by the sea. That will take place on Saturday, December 5th, downtown and in the square, starting at 2 p.m. And this tree lighting will come right around 4:20, 4:30, somewhere in that neighborhood. So please take advantage of that. We'll be doing social distancing as we're gathering, and we look forward to seeing you there. Paving work continued this past week with portions of Park Avenue, Cookman, Central Avenue, and Fern Park Avenue being addressed. I think it's pretty likely that the remainder of our paving work is going to be completed in the spring, given the colder temperatures that we're going to get this week and next week. Work continues on the Atlantic Avenue courts with completion of the retention wall and also a new fence, a very attractive looking fence has been put up around the court. The project is funded through a $100,000 community development block grant. That's federal dollars that are managed through Maine's Department of Economic and Community Development. And then finally, I just want to remind residents reluctantly that with winter season approaching, the town will institute parking bans as needed during the winter storm. So make a point when you're hearing that there might be some inclement weather to tune into Town Hall through the local television outlets, some radio stations, our website, and we also anyone can sign up to receive an email notification from the town of parking bans as they come forward. It'll be on our Facebook page and Twitter as well. Instagram. Shows you what I know about that. So just please stay alert, and off-street parking is available during these parking bans at Memorial Park and in the Milliken Street parking lots, and then in Ocean Park Square as well. And that's it. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you as well, Mr. Mead. Well done, as always. To new business this evening, folks. Item number 7315, discussion with action. To approve the special event permit application for the Cora Shriners to hold a parade for the annual summer ceremonial to celebrate the Cora and pay special recognition to our veterans. The parade will begin on Saturday, June 13th, 2021, from 10 a.m. to approximately 11:30 a.m. Organizers will be expected to meet any health guidelines in effect at the time of the event as it relates to the COVID-19. The organizer will also need to reach out to the Recreation Director, Jason Weber, at least 2 weeks prior to the event to discuss traffic patterns as it relates to the ballpark, as they have a tournament that day. Insurance listing the town of Orchard Beach as additionally insured to be provided to the town clerk at least 1 month prior to the event.
I make a motion to approve and thank the Chamber and the Cora Shriners for the events this coming year. We sure need it.
Thank you, Ms. Reed. Motion has been made in second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7316, discussion with action. To approve the special event permit application for the Chamber of Commerce to hold their celebration of holidays event Saturday, December 5th, 2020. Setup will be from 11 a.m. to noon. Event is from noon to 4 p.m. and takedown by 5 p.m. Santa will make a special appearance by riding in the fire truck around town to wave to children. There will also be a scavenger hunt during the 2 weeks prior to the event. Organizers will be expected to meet any health guidelines in effect at the time of the event as it relates to COVID-19. Insurance listing the town of Orchard Beach as additionally insured to be provided to the town clerk at least 2 weeks prior to the event. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion has been made in second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7317, discussion with action. To amend the Code of Ordinances, Chapter 54, Traffic and Vehicles, amending Section 54187, Odina Avenue, changing parking prohibition from the left-hand side to the right-hand side on the section from Seaside Avenue to the seawall by adopting the underscored language and deleting the strike-through language as follows. And I will read as it will read as we adopt it. No parking shall be allowed on the left-hand side of Odina Avenue, facing the ocean, from the railroad to Seaside Avenue. No parking shall be allowed on the right-hand side of Odina Avenue, facing the ocean, from Seaside Avenue to the seawall. We've had a public hearing on this at the last meeting. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, counsel. Motion has been made in second.
Through the chair?
There's no further discussion.
Through the chair?
Yes, go ahead.
Can I ask Captain Hemingway to come up and just, there was some concerns expressed at the last public hearing, and I know we've addressed those concerns, so I just want to let people understand what we've done.
Perfect, thank you for letting me know. Thank you, welcome.
Sure, Captain Hemingway, Police Department. In the last public hearing on this, it was a request for us to look closer at the parking and how much parking would be allowed on that street. There was a concern that there were only 3 spots possibly available. I did go down there with the chief. We also consulted with the fire chief on access onto that road, and we were able to come up with, by measuring 20-foot parking spaces, we can accommodate 5 spaces legally there at 20 feet. If cars are smaller, you could probably squeeze 6 cars in there at this point in time, opposed to the 3 we originally thought. 3 spaces would be near the beach side end of the street. 2 spaces would be nearby the Golden Sands condominium lot, and then we weren't able to accommodate any more spaces towards the end of the street due to the ability for fire vehicles to turn into that parking lot, as well as being too close to the corner, but we did come up with an additional 2 more spaces on that street, to clarify.
Excellent, thank you, Captain. If there are no additional comments, and none opposed, that motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7318, discussion with action. To authorize the tax collector to declare uncollectible all outstanding property taxes, interest, and fees for a 1987 mobile home located at 12 Stagecoach Drive, previously foreclosed on by the town and now abandoned by the former owner, deemed uninhabitable by the deputy assessor, and to be removed and disposed of as junk. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, counsel. Motion has been made in second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7319, discussion with action. To approve the fee increase for municipal trash bags from $2.50 to $3 effective immediately to recover the cost of disposal. Mr. Mead, did you want to speak to this?
Yes, certainly, I'd be glad, yes, I'd be happy to. So the finance director, Diana Asanza, has done an analysis of the cost to the town for this program of collecting trash through the an option that people have for beyond the normal curbside collection, which is to pay as you throw, purchase the bags, and then our contractor will pick them up and dispose of them. And what we found when doing that analysis was that the current price of $2.50 per bag was not covering our actual costs of disposal, which we, with assistance from Counselor Blow, whose past experience in this was very helpful, concluded was closer to $3 per bag in terms of our actual cost, $2.92. So we're recommending that the cost per bag be set at $3, which will give us a little bit of cushion on that cost and accommodate for the incremental increases that we get from the contractor each year. And we would be selling those also in rolls of 5 trash bags and 25 trash bags, or for the larger commercial businesses, 100 trash bags. So that's what's before you tonight.
Very good, thank you. Comments from members of the public? Comments from council?
Knowing the town manager's expertise in this and Counselor Blow's expertise, I make a motion to approve this item.
Second.
Thank you, council. Motion has been made and second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7320, discussion with action. To consider a request from Section B LLC to accept Cherry Hills Road as a town way by warranty deed with covenants.
I just have a question, Larry. It did say that the warranty deed would have to be amended. Is that still the issue?
No, it's been done.
Okay.
Yeah. So if I, through the chair, I guess I was
Yes.
waiting for a motion though, so.
Motion to accept as written.
Through the chair?
Motion has been made and second. Thank you, council. If there's no further discussion,
May I-
Ken? I'm
Through
sorry.
the chair, Larry, did you want to explain?
Yeah.
Did you want to say something?
Sure, if you don't mind, first of all, I want to acknowledge that Cherry Hills Road is the street that I live on, so I want to disclose that personal interest in this, but I would just say that the road has been, we have 24 houses on the street, and the past 3 years, all of those houses have been constructed, so the road itself has, the development of the subdivision has been substantially completed for some time now. A little bit unique in this is that and everything that's being put in front of the town council tonight is consistent with the approvals that were done when this subdivision went through the planning board in 2009. And that is that the town would accept ownership and responsibility for the road itself, for the storm drainage, the sewer lines leading to the pump station and coming from the pump station, and a 30-foot wide sewer easement located coming out of the pump station and running behind Dunegrass Clubhouse to the other side of Wild Dunes Way to the town's sewer line there. The Homeowners Association will take responsibility and ownership for the sewer pump station, which serves the 24 houses on Cherry Hills Road, and in addition, 10 homes on Wild Dunes Way. And the Homeowners Association would also have responsibility and ownership of the sidewalks and of the street lighting. And electric and water would be maintained by the utility companies. So that's really it in a nutshell.
Very good, thank you, Mr. Mead. If there's no further discussion? I'm sorry, was there a motion? I just want to make sure.
Yes, I made a motion.
Thank you, yeah. I lost my audio for a little bit, so I wasn't sure. The motion has been made in second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7321, discussion with action. To accept the bid from Chase Excavating, Inc. in the amount of $2,629,648.85 for infrastructure improvements on Fern Avenue, West Old Orchard Avenue, and a portion of Washington Avenue from account number 30413 50736, CDBG Infrastructure Grant Expectancy Account, and authorize the town manager to negotiate and execute a contract agreement with Chase Excavating Inc. for that purpose.
I'll make a motion.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve. This has been a long discussed item in the past.
Second.
Through the chair?
Yes, go ahead, Mr. Mead.
Yeah, so this project has been in the works for a couple of years in terms of the town applying for funding a grant from the state's Community Development Block Grant Program of $1 million. And after approval of that, the town council agreed to appropriate or to provide existing appropriations from the capital improvement program of $500,000, and then voters last June approved an additional $500,000 of fund balance, and in addition to that, the authority for the town to spend up to $2 million on this project. The bids, we went out for requests for bids. We received 7 responses. They were very competitive, and we were all pleased that they were within the budget estimates that had been provided to us by our engineering firm, Wright Pierce. The project bid exceeds $2.6 million. It should be noted that Maine Water will be funding over $600,000 of the $2.6 million for work related to water infrastructure. The work is expected to begin in March of next year. Thank you.
Very good. Thank you as well, Mr. Mead. Motion has been made and second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7322, discussion with action. To authorize the town manager to negotiate and execute a contract agreement with Atlantic Resources Consultants, for construction inspection services associated with Washington Avenue infrastructure project in the amount of $93,414.50 from account number 50002-50508. CIP sewer maintenance improvement expense with a balance of $653,404.35.
So moved. Second for discussion.
Go right ahead.
Through the chair. Larry, it may be an odd question, but it says to negotiate and execute, but the price is already set, so what are we negotiating? Is that just verbiage that's thrown in there?
Yeah, it's just a way of expressing it, and the actual cost is truly an estimate. So if there are additional hours, that they've broken it down by an hourly rate, and if additional hours come forward, then we're
So out of curiosity, who covers the justification of any extra hours? I mean, is it who makes sure that these hours that are turned in are actually legit hours? I'm not saying that.
Sure. Well, we actually,
Resources or in the next one, Wright Pierce would pad the account, but I mean, if we're agreeing at 93,000, and next thing you know, it comes in at 103,000, 10,000, that's a 10% increase. How do we justify that without anybody paying attention?
well, I think people will be paying attention. First of all, Wright Pierce is a separate company from these folks, and they are going to be doing contract administration for us, which also will include going in and essentially reviewing the work that these guys are doing, not on a not every day, obviously, but on an periodic basis. So we're going to have a couple of sets of eyes that are doing it.
So without putting the cart before the horse, who's
Yep.
going to keep an eye on Wright Pierce? Because theirs is going to be set the same way, isn't it? Or is there 61.8 set in stone with no extra time involved?
No, all these engineering contracts are on an hourly basis, just like legal fees are on an hourly basis. So and that's how it works, and it's the responsibility of the town manager and public works director to kind of ride herd over that.
Okay.
Yep. I will say Atlantic Resources, this company comes very highly regarded and highly recommended with work that they've done for other municipalities and other utilities as well. So I'm actually very pleased and the price that we got is, to utilize them is less on an hourly basis than if we would have hired Wright Pierce, for example.
And I don't want it to come across that I don't trust what they'd be turning in. I would just, it was more
Yep,
out of curiosity.
I get you.
I'd understand what was going on.
If there's no further discussion, thank you, gentlemen. Good points made, we appreciate that. And none opposed to that motion? The motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7323, discussion with action. To authorize the town manager to negotiate and execute a contract agreement with Wright Pierce Engineering in the estimated amount of $61,800 for contract administration services for the infrastructure improvement project on Fern Ave, West Old Orchard Ave, and a portion of Washington Ave, from account number 50002-50508, CIP sewer maintenance improvement expense, with a balance of $653,404.35.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, council. Motion has been made and second.
through the chair.
There's no further discussion.
Yep, to the chair. Just to clarify, in this contract, the town will be reimbursed by Maine Water, assuming that the next item is approved, for a portion of these contract administration services, which is estimated at two-thirds town, one-third Maine Water, so it'd be about $20,000 of this $61,800 would be paid for by Maine Water to the town.
Through the chair. Quick question on this, Larry.
Okay.
So Chase Construction, I think is what, or Excavating,
Yes.
is doing the work. Are they doing it, why is it Maine Water doing it themselves? Is it just because of the scope of the project, the size of it?
They just choose
don't have
to
the time.
contract it out.
Yeah, okay.
All set?
Yes, I am, thank you.
Very good, yep. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7324 this evening, discussion with action. To authorize the town manager to negotiate and execute a contract agreement with Maine Water to reimburse the town for the water line related construction costs associated with the Washington Avenue infrastructure project, estimated to be $655,000.
So moved.
Is there?
Second.
Thank you, council. Motion has been made and second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, the motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7325, discussion with action. To approve the quote from Power Products to replace the radiator on the halfway generator in the amount of $7,337.80 from account number 20161-50330, wastewater equipment replacement expense fund, with a balance of $23,284.86.
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, council. Motion has been made in second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7326, discussion with action. To approve the quote from Motion Industries to replace the electric motor on blower number 1 in the amount of $8,482.35 from account number 20161-50330, wastewater equipment replacement expense fund, with a balance of $23,284.86.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Thank you, council. Motion has been made in second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0 as well. Item number 7327, discussion with action. To approve the following liquor license renewals. Patio Pub, Inc., doing business as Hooligans Landing, 30661DD, 2 Old Orchard Street, MSV, and a restaurant. TPR, Inc., doing business as Bull and Brew, 30652, 6 East Grand Avenue, MSV, and a restaurant, and doing business as Tequila Frogs, 30653, 8 East Grand Avenue, MSV, and a restaurant. Patio Pub, Inc., doing business as Pier Patio Pub, 30661J, 2 Old Orchard Street, MSV, and a restaurant. Dominator Golf LLC, doing business as Dune Grass Golf Club, 105A, 1200, 65 Wild Dunes Way, MSB and a restaurant and golf course, and for auxiliary license MSB Golf Course with a mobile service park.
So moved.
Is there- Thank you. Is there a second?
Jay seconded it.
Second.
I'm sorry, thank you, yeah, I didn't hear it, sorry, yep. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion will carry 5-0. Item number 7328, discussion with action. To approve a memorandum of understanding with other York County municipalities and the York County Sheriff's Department for mutual aid to police services.
So moved.
So moved. Second.
Thank you, Counsel.
Through the chair?
Please, Mr. Mead, yep.
Yeah, so this MOU is proposed for all municipalities in York County that have full-time police departments, as well as the York County Sheriff's Department. And the purpose of this is to provide backup to each community in the event that a department would be confronted with a COVID-19 outbreak that ends up keeping substantial numbers of their workforce, police workforce, out of work for a period of time. So in those circumstances, the affected department would request assistance from other departments. There's no obligation that we would have to provide personnel when requested to, but certainly the intent is if we're able to, we would do that. And that would be true for all of the municipalities. The responding municipality is responsible for the wages and the benefits of personnel who are assisting the requesting community, which is standard procedure for mutual aid agreements. A municipality, we can withdraw from the MOU at any time that we deem fit with 10 days' notice. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mead. So this is new this year, is that correct?
It is. It really is specifically being put forward because of COVID-19 and the real concern that could happen if a department is suddenly struck by multiple numbers of people who have either have to quarantine or have actually tested positive for the COVID-19.
Understood. Well, I'm glad it came before us because it's always been something that's been unsaid and just expected in the past, and I'm glad we have the opportunity to reinforce it. We're interested in helping neighboring communities as well. So thank you.
Chair O'Neill?
Yes, Ms.
I
Reed.
would like to thank the council secretary for the excellent way the agenda is laid out. It's very easy to read and to look at. Appreciate her work. Thank you.
Very, very good, thank you. So to wrap up item number 7328, I'm sorry, was there a motion in a second?
Yes, there
Yes.
was. Yep.
Thank you. Okay, if there's no further discussion, and none opposed, that motion will carry 5-0. And I believe that brings us to an executive session, is that correct, Mr. B?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay, so before we say good evening, folks, we thank you for your time and your attendance and patience with me being the virtual council this evening. Again, we wish you well, wish you a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for your time and thank you for your attendance. With that being said, council has an executive session. Town council will meet in executive session to discuss the following: labor contract. This item to be discussed, this item discusses labor contract issues related to the Teamsters Local Union 340 union contract as defined under Title 1 MRSA, Section 405, subsection 6, subsection D. And the council anticipates that this discussion will be held in executive session. Executive session is to provide guidance to the town manager regarding entering into collective bargaining agreements with Teamsters Local Union 340 representing general government employees. And also personnel executive session pursuant to MRSA Title 1, Section 405, subsection 6, subsection A, to discuss the hiring of the next Polo Beach town manager. Executive session is to provide guidance to the town council in matters of evaluation of a qualified candidate, appointment and/or assignment of duties. So those two items will be in executive session. With that being said, is there a motion to enter into executive session?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you, council. Motion has been made and second. If there's no further discussion, and none opposed, motion carried 5-0. Again, thank you folks for your time. and have a good evening.